Hey everybody, welcome back. So this week we are going to talk about something that I haven't really talked much about, but I think is so important to share with you guys. And something that a lot of people undervalue and don't do, and it's a lot of missed opportunities. So I wanted to share with you guys this week. And that thing is the power of exchanging time for knowledge. So I've been very blessed, first of all. And I'm not doing this to brag, I'm just telling you this story because I want you guys to really get and hone in on this. It's an opportunity that a lot of people miss and they feel like it's a waste of time. And I completely disagree. I truly believe I will not be where I am today. I will not get the opportunities I've gotten so far if it wouldn't be for this. And it's my willingness to exchange my time for knowledge. So what that means is I work for free, but I don't really like to call it that because anytime I'm assisting somebody or helping somebody just set up a class or, being their assistant during a class or whatever I'm doing, I'm getting more knowledge and experience. And it has opened up so many doors for me. So let's get started how this all began. So when I was in beauty school, I knew right off the bat after meeting, you guys know Lisa and Isaac for mayor, that I wanted to work for that type of stylist. I did not want to work full time behind the chair. I did not want to break my body down. I did not want to end up sick. I did not want to end up being without a life. I chose this career to have flexibility. And I know a lot of people and a lot of stylists choose this career for that, but end up not doing it that way. They end up working 5, 6, days a week, 7 days a week. That's not the life I want. For me, life is also to be enjoyed, not to just be worked. For me, life is something beautiful that you get to experience. And my life is not dictated by working 24/7, 7 days a week, even though I have done that. It just doesn't make me really happy. And it's not the way I want to live my life. Just to shadow, just to get more experience. And I did. I would go after school because it was pretty close to my school. I would go after school and spend extra hours there, just getting more knowledge, seeing how she would talk to her clients, how she would do consultations, how her salon was run. And it was an amazing experience for me. I also got to see that there was a life outside of just having to do hair in the salon. Like there's social media, there's things you can do, you can travel, you can work with product companies, and it was such an amazing opportunity for me having been able to do that. And then after that, I got this other opportunity to go ahead and assist and learn more behind the scenes and hands-on how to do a technique or how things work or how a class is ran. Has been so much knowledge given to me just by exchanging my time, which for me, honestly, is nothing. I could be home. I could be doing nothing. I could be watching TV or Netflix. I could just be bored at my house or alone like I am right now. My kids are out watching a movie. But instead, right now, I'm using my time to exchange it to do my podcast. It's the same thing, guys. You cannot I think we live right now in a world, and I'm not judging everybody, okay? I'm saying like in general, okay? I know there's always exceptions, but if just from my perspective, we live in a world where everybody wants shit handed to them. Nothing is going to be handed to you. Nothing. I have, not everything has been like rainbows and unicorns and sprinkles. I have been humiliated. I have been put down. I have been looked down upon. Because I am a newer stylist, because I've been an assistant, because I am just the assistant. I have, intern in places where, I was like the assistant, but it was more like the coffee girl and just sweep. And that wasn't the right program or fit for me, and I've gone through it all, guys. Like it has, and I've grown so much from it, and I'm so grateful to God for all those opportunities in the universe because it has made me a better person. It has kept my ass humble to always help somebody else in line. Like if I get DMs or people ask me, I always give them advice that I can. I always try to share all the knowledge I do have because there's been a lot of times where people don't want to share with me. And that's okay. Everybody's entitled to do, and share what they want to and don't. But in my case, I want to share more of that love because I've had this amazing artists and influencers give me a hand by just giving me the opportunity to be next to them and learn. And they share their knowledge, and we've made friendships. With working for free, it's such a blessing. Working for free, don't think about it like that. A lot of people are like, well, you're not getting paid. Well, you're wasting gas. Well, you're wasting your time. Well, you could be in the salon. First of all, I work 3 days out of the week. I work behind the chair. The other time, I'm working in my business, So I have 3 days on my business. Well, how does it work? So I work 3 days in my business behind the chair, and the rest of the days, the other days of the week, I'm working on my business. And being able to work for free in exchange for knowledge has been the biggest blessing. It has saved me so much money. I mean, come on, guys, all these people and artists, they have so much knowledge that they had to learn the hard way, and so have I. You make mistakes, things go wrong. You make whoopsies and you learn how to fix them, and that's how you grow and that's how you learn. And they're sharing all of those years of knowledge that they had to go through that with me just in exchange for my time, just in exchange for helping them out or assisting them in whatever needs they need. And I just feel so blessed and honored that they allow me to do that. And having said that, that's why it's so important for me to give back to my community too. It's not just about, what can I get from people? Hell no. I'm always trying to help people through everything I do, through my Instagram and stuff. And I don't really share it because I really love keeping that kind of intimate connection. But in my DMs, I get so many DMs, people being grateful or sharing their similar stories and or struggles or how to do something. And I feel it's so important for us to give back. It's right now, and I think your life should always be focused on being a community over competition. The only freaking competition there is in this life is yourself. And that's why I've been so grateful to, have amazing people that have helped me, lend me a hand with, information, knowledge, advice that I have taken, even though it has been hard or scary, so I can be able to grow. And, sharing is caring, and they have taught me this, and I really hope one day I'm able to give back to other people the way, so many have given back to me. So when I take a class, I have people reached out to me that want to know a certain technique or how an educator does this or that. I never share it, and most people by now know not to ask me that, and this is the reason why. People paid for that class, okay? And it's not fair for me to be giving somebody else's curriculum. Number one. Number two, that's intellectual property, and I think that's a lot of things. That's something so big right now that we need to be more careful of, especially as a newer stylist. We're kind of we don't really know much about it, but all of us, intellectual property is a real thing. When people teach a class and they bring up and they put up this curriculum and this class module and all the information, that is intellectual property that belongs to them. And that's where there's some educators that won't allow you to record or video, or some of them don't care, but you just can't share some of the information, their intellectual property that they share with you because you paid for class. And I think it's fair too, because a lot of people are investing. For example, the last class I went to, it was a painted hairs class. There was people, someone traveled all the way from Hawaii to come to this class. And also people from the East Coast, they were flying over just to take her class that day. And how fair is it for somebody that has invested hundreds of dollars, to come to this class, and you just give it away for free? And second of all, the information does not belong to you. That information is the educators. So give credit where it's due, and also have respect and be mindful of that. If, that's their information, that's their curriculum for them to share with their students and other people willing to pay. So don't be sharing that. Be very careful of that. But here's some tips I would give you guys if you guys decide this is something you guys want to do. Number one, first like establish a relationship with somebody. So before I even go ahead and assist somebody, I establish a relationship. I'll first see like, how are they? I'll hear Instagram handles or whatever, the social media handles. How are they as a person? Do I feel like we would be a good match? Do I feel like, this is the type of situation I want to be in? So a little backstory. So I assisted a lot when I was in beauty school. I would just call them shadow days. I would just ask different salons around the area to just shadow because I was kind of confused. I didn't know if I wanted commission, if I wanted to assist, or if I wanted to booth rent. And I decided to go the assisting route after beauty school. But there was places where I went and it was not a good fit for me. And, I always worked hard and I always, did as I was told, like what they need to do for that day. But just make sure you do a research first. Make sure you have clear communication on both sides, what they're expecting from you and what you're expecting from them. And I think if you go like in with a clear expectation of what the demands are, you'll be like set and it'll be an awesome opportunity for you. Number 2, we all have to pay our dues. And I know a lot of people like hate hearing that. But you guys, I booth rent and I still have to wash my towels. I have to clean my bowls. I have to take out the garbage. I, get drinks for my guests. I give them snacks. I help them, give them chargers, like whatever. There's so many things I do for my guests and for my business that I would still be doing even if I was an assistant. I still have to sweep the hair, clean up my, my mess. And it's the same thing. And that's why I don't understand this whole thing. Like, well, I don't want to sweep. Well, I don't want to fold towels. Well, I don't want to go to the store, a beauty supplier, and go buy my products. You guys, we have to do that regardless, even if you own your own business. And honestly, being a booth renter is so much more work. If I could go back, I would do commission. I just haven't, it's just nothing that has really like come up for me to really do around my area. So I'm just booth renting for now, but I would have totally gone the commission route. So much less work. So don't feel bad. Nobody should belittle you ever. And I've been pretty lucky in that sense that the stylists I've assisted, they've treated me so well. But, you pay your dues, you guys. We're there to help out in different ways. And most of the time, especially for the main educators, like they're running on no food or just nonstop doing things after another, and then need like a little break. And that's how I see it. I'm like, you give me all this knowledge and all this experience, the least I can do is try to make your day a little better. So what do I mean by be open-minded? When you go assist somebody, sometimes we're so set in our ways, we close ourselves off. I've seen this a lot in classes where people are like, well, I'm not going to learn anything from you. I am here in class, but I know it all, and you're wrong. What you're telling me is wrong, and nope, what a waste of time. That's why I say be open-minded. I have a perspective that I can learn from everybody, even from children. I believe that everybody around me can teach me something in a lesson, and I always try to keep an open mind because I don't know everything, and I'm never going to know everything. Doesn't matter how many classes I've taken. Doesn't matter how much education I keep taking and ongoing. I'm always learning something new. And I believe that if you go in with like an open mind, just to listen and see, you'd be surprised how much you can learn and how much, you can grow from that too. So just make sure you go in with an open mind. Number 4, it'd probably be like, put yourself out there. It's scary. I know it's scary. Do you guys think it's easy for me? A lot of people think I'm so outgoing, which I guess I kind of am, but I don't know. I don't feel like I'm super outgoing. But I love putting myself out there because if I don't put myself out there, how are they going to know that I exist? Like, how would you guys know about me or that I even exist if I didn't do a podcast, if I didn't share my videos, if I didn't show my personality, if I didn't share my work? You guys would have no idea who the heck I am. And it goes to the same thing. You have to put yourself out there. And, I used to be really scared of that, like putting myself out there, like, oh my gosh, I'm so guarded and I don't know if people are going to like me. But I don't fucking care anymore, like I'm just who I am. The same way, no matter where you see me, it's always me. And that's how it goes. And if people like me, great. And if they don't, that's okay. Like, it's nothing to take personal, or, it's nothing to do with me. And, you just have to just go ahead and put yourself out there. Nobody is obligated to say yes to you. I have been said no to before, and it's okay, you guys. Like, you're just knocking a door. It can be a yes or a no. Be grateful. I'm always so grateful, even if I get a fucking no. Like, it's okay. I'm like, you know what? Thank you so much, because you open up, your time to read my email or, message or meet with me. And, it's not something you can do, but I appreciate that you took even the time to just talk to me. Like, thank you. Just being grateful just for the opportunities too, of also like being able to see behind the scenes and learn more how things work and they're ran, has been so eye-opening for me, and it has been so instrumental in how I wanted to live my life and also my career. So I'm super grateful for that. I'm so grateful for all the amazing opportunities and amazing friends that I've made. So just keep a grateful heart. I believe like a grateful heart goes a long ways. Even if, after you're tired or it's been a long day, just keep a grateful heart always, because it is a blessing. Like I always like to look up all these other people and entrepreneurs, like they have put in the do. They have, been in the trenches. They've been there like have you and I and all of us have been in. They have the same fears. They just decided to go for it. And, for them to just open up the door, just to say either to say no or to say yes, come on in, and, let's bring you in and give you this opportunity to just even assist or exchange time for knowledge. That means a lot to me. So I think being grateful is such an amazing thing to have in your life, even when shit is hard, because trust me, there's a lot of stuff that goes on that a lot of people don't know about. So just keep a grateful heart. Somebody asks you, hey, so how did you get to work with that educator? You can let them know, hey, well, I DM'd her and I followed her stories and I asked and she said, okay. And, I interviewed. You can share the process, like you guys, like there's room for everybody. And even like if I wanted to, like where I live, I think that's like 60,000 people. You guys, I'm only one human. I cannot service 60,000 people. Not 60,000 people need their hair done. And number two, there's only one of me. And number three, I'm not for everybody. And that's the beauty of it. I get to choose and they get to choose who they want to come to. So share your wealth. It's okay. And it's really good to help others out in line. I also love to share things that I do learn along the way, to share just the knowledge, the little knowledge that I do have, because it's so important, like it gets so competitive and so it's lonely. It's lonely to live or to be in a place where you don't really have like that support system that you wish you had, because everybody's so worried about, well, you're going to take my client, or this competitive, or, like this is my technique, or I should only be doing this certain thing, whatever it is, with extensions or whatever, color service or whatever the heck is going on in trend. And there's always room for everybody to grow, and it just makes me really sad. It really, really does. And but at the same time, I feel super blessed because I have like an amazing group of friends that even though they don't live around here, like they're supportive and they're loving and they're always cheering me on, always helping me on. So I love every single one of you guys, every educator that has helped me out. Thank you so much. I love you. But yeah, just remember to share your knowledge. We've all been there. I was the one who was afraid to go on the floor. I was the one afraid to even talk to clients. And I am so grateful. I remember when I was in beauty school, they gave me the hardest clients, the clients that nobody wanted because they were hard to deal with, or they had a certain personality or way of being. I got those clients, and they helped me grow so much. They helped me really how to understand people and how to see that it's nothing to do with me. When a client comes in, it's all about them. And the same thing goes when you're going to exchange your time for knowledge. It's not about you. It's not about what I can gain. It's not about me. It has everything to do with that person that has given me the opportunity for me to be their helping hand for that day in exchange for their knowledge that they have worked so hard for in the past year. So that's it for this week. I really hope this was helpful for you guys. If you guys wouldn't mind leaving me a review or letting me know how you guys like this podcast. I always love getting you guys' DMs and responding back to them. So thank you so much. You guys have an awesome week. And I'll be back here next week about spending money on your education and how that has helped me, some things that I've learned along the way, how to better spend my money. So have a great week, guys. Bye.